Shalom, witness of souls by giving no praise to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushua, Ba'ashem Karkadash, double honors, apostle, great, most and honors, you brothers doing the work of the most on truth and in sincerity. Yahweh is the real name of whom the world English calls God, Jehovah, or Yahweh. His real name is Yahweh. His son's true name is Yahweh Shai. And when we pray Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushua, Ba meaning in, Ha meaning then, Sham meaning names Yahweh, in the name of Yahweh Shai. This one, I'm going to title it, something to the effect of, "Hey, don't worry, world, man. This Edomite ain't gonna get away with it, man. Is this Edomite's just out here just doing the most, right? Which, we understand what the scriptures say, right? At the end of the day, you're gonna have a large majority of those people that are caught up in these conflicts. One, according to the scriptures, deserve what it is that they're getting, right? And then two, or rather, two, that was two, and one is, so let me say it like this: one, you got heathens all up in that land, right? And then this is their judgment, right? But then also the ones of them that are Jake. Scripture says this, Job 4:7. Remember, I pray that whoever perished, being innocent, or where were the righteous cut off. Now, as we covered in the previous lesson, right? It's funny because last lesson I did was called Esau the Violent Man, right? It says, "Arise," Psalm 17:13. "Arise, O Yahweh, disappoint him, cast him down, deliver my soul from the wicked, which is thy sword." So the Lord is using this Edomite to basically, what's the word I'm looking for? To basically what's going on there? To basically, do all of this wickedness in the world. Got there in the end, the order, right? To basically do all of this wickedness in the world, but he's not gonna get away with it scot free, right? And that is the beauty, right? I guess in all of this, right? Despite all of the wickedness that Esau, because this is it, man. All the nations, we're gonna get that in Isaiah 14 about how they're all gonna rejoice. Right, but all the nations have suffered at the hand of this Edomite, right? Whether it be the which primarily, of course, we care about Jake. What does it say in Isaiah 40:15? I'll grab it real quick, blow the dust off of this one, right? It says Isaiah 40:15. It says, "Behold, the nations are as a drop of a bucket, and are counted as a small dust of the balance. Behold, he taketh up the isles as a very little thing." Right. So when you're taking a full bucket, right, to filled with water, right, a little bit drops, I don't care about it. That's what these heathen nations are to Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. Okay, so of course we care mostly about what this devil has done to the children of Israel, right? Yahweh cares mostly. Yahweh cares about what you've done to the nation of Israel, right? However, you're not gonna get away with all of the wickedness that you've done in the world, right? Because you're the basis of the man, but the Lord gave you the power. You know what you are? Esau's King Joffrey, man, from Game of Thrones, just a commonly hated asshole, right? So this is on the news, right? It says Israel bombs hospital, right? At least 500 people killed. And now it's saying into the thousands, 800, 1,000, 1,500, seeing all kinds of numbers, right? And you know what? They're already trying to say, oh, it was a misfired mass rocket, but a lot of the counter claims like, bruv, like, they ain't got that kind of technology to cause this much damage, right? They just ain't got it. Okay, so let's not be surprised if that ends up being the official story, right? But yeah, I've just been watching it on the Sky News, and even they were like, "Look, man, look, man, yeah, we're gonna wait for the official story." But yeah, this looks like a what you call an Israeli airstrike, right? And you had like Israeli ministers, pushing out, and then immediately deleting posts saying, "Oh yeah, we did it." And just yesterday, what did the BBC say? The BBC was like, "Oh, basically Hamas has, what's the word I'm looking for? Has underground bunkers, basically tunnels under hospitals and stuff." And then today this happens, right? So it's going to be an interesting couple of hours, but you apparently already got protests, had leaders of some of these Arab nations putting in their complaints. So we'll see. Where we certainly are living in exciting times, but yeah, we know that all prophecy must be fulfilled, right? But yeah, as things stand, the official line is that Gaza hospital was hit by an Israeli airstrike. Okay. This is Galatians 6 and 7 says, be not deceived, the Most High is not mocked, for whatsoever man soweth, that shall he also reap. And Esau sowed nothing but death up in this world, man. Precept that always get Habakkuk, the 2nd chapter, right? That he is as death and cannot be satisfied, right? Now, once again, I can already see they're gonna say, "Oh no, it was really Hamas or whatever have you," despite the fact that there's alleged videos. You got to say it like that because it's the internet. There's alleged videos of when the strike happens, and then you basically you're hearing sonic booms, and also like I said, you're seeing people making statements like, "Bruv, Hamas ain't got these capabilities." Right now, what do we know? Right, we do know that Hamas was created by the Mamlukites anyway. So even if it was Hamas, it's still these Edomites, right? Just going around causing havoc up in the world, right? Let's not forget, when you look into some of the world wars, I think it was like the Battle of Somme. That was like 60,000 British troops, I think, died on that first day, right? This is the man of blood, man. Right, scripture says in Ezekiel 35:5, "Sith thou hast not hated blood, right, blood shall pursue thee." Okay, and that's primarily talking about Israelite blood, right? But hey, these nations, don't worry about it. Don't worry about all of the hurt that Esau has caused you. Esau's gonna be done away with, right? Esau's gonna get his comeuppance. Is that the word? Right, Esau's gonna get his. Right now you may see these old ass Edomites, right, that be supposedly just living and then living great lives and then dying, right? But I've done so much evil in the world. Don't worry about it, right? The scriptures talk about this little thing called reincarnation, man, right? This is Ecclesiastes 3:16, right? So moreover, I saw under the sun the place of judgment, that wickedness was there, and the place of righteousness, that iniquity was there. In fact, no, I wanted to read into that, right? Right, verse 15 says, that which hath been is now, and that which is to be hath already been, and the Most High requireth that which is past. Right, so this is going into reincarnation. You have spirits that have been here before, and you have spirits that are now back again. Exodus speaks about the 3rd and 4th generation, right? And then verse 16, I'll read it again. "So moreover, I saw under the sun the place of judgment," right? Because when you read Job, the 3rd chapter, for example, speaks about how the heavens are a place where it's peaceful, right? In the heavens there is peace, whereas down here on earth is where you have what do you call it? You have basically what we're reading here, the place of judgment, right? It says that wickedness was there, and the place of righteousness, that iniquity was there. So there isn't this concept of hell as Christian dogma dictates, right? But there is this thing. Once again, you got the spiritual realm I've spoken of in Job, the 3rd chapter, right? But then here, which you call on earth, is where people come out and what's the word I'm looking for, and basically they get judged, right? That's why the Israel, the real Israel, we're going through the things that we're going through, right? Because we went off in our past lives. Micah 7:9, right? "I'll bear the indignation of Yahweh because I've sinned against him." Okay, so we read Galatians 6 and 7, right? Esau sowed a lot of death. He sowed a lot of wickedness. So he's going to be everyone's number one in the kingdom, right? To give him a kick. The Israelites, we gonna be messing Esau up, right? Let me grab this. Right, this is Isaiah 33:18. "Thine heart shall meditate terror, whereas the scribe, whereas the receiver, whereas he that counted the towers." So in the kingdom of Israel, right, we gonna be getting all you nations, but primarily the Edomites, right? We're gonna be avenging ourselves with you, right? We're gonna be, Lord's gonna allow us to get creative with our punishments, right? But after we finish kicking an Edomite, right, guess what? Hammer's gonna kick you. Ishmael's gonna kick you. Yeah, and man, these Ishmaelites are gonna be wanting to kick you, man. right? You remember when you kill you, you know, right? They're gonna be getting it in, right? Moab's gonna be kicking you, right? Or for Ammon's gonna be kicking you for Hiroshima and Nagasaki, right? I said Mars gonna be kicking you for what, Hong Kong, and all of that, right? Elam's gonna be kicking you for the partition of India, right? But they say that partitioning killed like basically in the millions, man. Right? So Esau's got a lot of blood on his hands. Right? So I'm gonna read into this. As Isaiah 14 from 4 says that thou shalt take up this proverb against the king of Babylon and say, how hath the oppressor ceased, the golden city ceased? The Lord hath broken the staff of the wicked and the scepter of the rulers. Right? It says, he who smote the people in wrath with a continual stroke. Right? He that ruled the nations is in anger is persecuted, and none hindereth. Right? And who is that? That's this Edomite, man. All right. Right, referred to as the hammer of the earth. This is Jeremiah 50 and 23. How is the hammer of the whole earth cut asunder and broken? How has Babylon become a desolation among the nations? Right now, primarily, you look at America just going around just doing the most. And that's why Israel's able to do what it is that they're doing, right? Because they've got America's backing. Right? Yeah, you may have these Arab nations that, because ultimately we all know this is all likely, what do you call it, all likely part of a plan, but that shows you the nature of these Edomites, right? They'll put together this plan but then part of that plan involves just massacring, right? Massacring man's, right? But let's say you have a whole bunch of Arab nations that really do want to do something. Back of their mind, they're like, look, man, we don't want that smoke from America, man. Right? Hey, everyone remembers shock and awe. There's a reason why Esau televises some of this stuff, man. Right? So that the nations can see and the nations can fear. Well, I was but a little child, when shock and awe. I must have been like 6 years old, 6, 7 years old when shock and awe happened. But I remember it. I remember all of those images and stuff. Maybe that's because I saw it later on in my life. But hey yo, none of these nations want that smoke, man. Okay, but it's gonna be cut asunder, right, and broken, right? It says, and none hindereth. Why will none hinder? Because everyone's gonna be down with it. Right? Everyone's gonna be down with Esau getting his ass kicked. Right? So the whole earth, verse 7, Isaiah 14 and 7, the whole earth is at rest and is quiet. They break forth into singing. Right? It says, and which proves to you that the real children of Israel ain't there right now. Right? Isaiah, the 2nd chapter, says there would be no more war when we was in power. Yet all you see around the world is war. Right? So the whole earth is at rest and is quiet. They break forth into singing. Yea, the fir trees rejoice at thee, and the cedars of Lebanon, saying, since thou art laid down, no fella is come up against us. And this is twofold, right? Yeah, the trees, you look at how Esau's just treating the whole earth of the planet. Revelation 11 and 18 speaks about, and should us destroy them that destroy the earth. And this Edomite has destroyed the earth, right? Destroying forests, right? Creating monocultures in forest, which isn't good for the forest, right? But in his infinite wisdom, but because this Edomite is so smart, okay. So it says, but then also the people. That's the second part of it, right? So you got the first part, which is the literal forest, but then also the people, right? I believe there's a precept in here. No, there isn't. But yeah. It says, hell from beneath is moved for thee to meet thee at thy coming, right? It stirreth up the dead for thee, which is these smaller nations, even all the chief ones of the earth. It hath raised up from their thrones all the kings of the nations, and they shall speak and say unto thee, art thou also become as weak as we? Art thou become like unto us? Right? So, see, just jump to the point. And it'll jump to 15, right? It says, yet thou shalt be brought down to hell, to the sides of the pit. They that see thee shall narrowly look upon thee and consider thee, saying, Is this the man that made the earth to tremble, that did shake kingdoms, that made the world as a wilderness and destroyed the cities thereof, that opened not the houses of its prisoners? Right? So basically, let's look this word narrowly. Gaze, okay. Peep, glance at, glance sharply at. Right? But basically, these heathen nations, they go and look at this Edomite, right, in the kingdom like the piece of shit that he is. You see, what the Lord has done, right, which we ultimately is why we've got to give praise to the Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, right? The Most High has taken the basest of men, right? Let's read that, Daniel 4:17. This matters by the decree of the watchers and the demand by the word of the holy ones, to the intent that the living may know that the Most High ruleth in the kingdom of men, and giveth it to whomsoever he will, and setteth up over it the basest of men. Right now, this Edomite, he's the basest of men. Okay, you read Job the 30th chapter. He was driven forth from among men. The nations didn't want him around. Right, but the Lord, in his true power, right? Because Esau thinks he's got power. Esau ain't got no power. Esau's as the apostles say, he's just a wicked android. Okay, right? But Esau, so the Most High in his power, right, has basically made it such that people fear this Edomite. People even go as far as to revere this Edomite. One of the Arkim shared a video from Japan where basically some Japanese women were like, look man, they basically were saying they looked at this man like he wasn't even a human, right? I.e. he was like a god. I was like, oh my God, they're so beautiful. And that's what the Most High has done. That's how the Most High has flipped the script. Okay, but the Most High is gonna bring the script back to what it was, right, in the kingdom. That all these heathens are gonna be looking down on this Edomite, looking at him for the piece of shit that he is, man. Right? And they gon' rejoice, right? They gonna rejoice. No, they ain't gonna hinder when Israel's kicking Esau's ass. They ain't gonna stop. They ain't gonna say, "Oh, please, Israel, be nicer." No, they may say, "Yo, leave me a bit, leave me a bit of that Edomite, Baba Kasha." But yeah, Lord's will. That's the point, man. So yeah, hey, you nations, don't worry about it, man. You're gonna get your revenge. Rather, Esau ain't gonna get away with it. Esau ain't gonna get away, right? So as always, Lord's will. That was edifying. Till the next time we say Shalom.